I'm just here heading up the northeast slope of Mara Mountain. There are no trails. It's provincial park, so we have access to the area, but it's not an area that people that's well known. There are a few tracks here, single tracks here and there, mostly cattle tracks or there's wild horses here too, and you just make your way up through this mixed forest with sagebrush grasslands, so you can really pick your own route and just avoid, where possible, obstacles and very steep slopes. Wind your way up onto the top. Takes about an hour and 15 minutes to get up this side, and then I'm going to traverse to the front part of the mountain. I've climbed up above the open grasslands area onto the steep slopes that are covered with Douglas fir forest, pine grass, a bit of bunch grass in the openings, lots of fallen trees, but generally open access to the slopes above, just steep. I'm on to a bench area below the top of the mountain here. There's a pond here which is drying up after a drought year, and way back more than 100 years ago there was a homestead. I can still see the bottom part of the structure. The family had a fire and ended up sleeping in the chicken coop for a while, and then they rebuilt the cabin near World War I. I'm just walking over now to the cabin. After 105 years, this is all that's left. There's this building and the one I'm going to walk to next. All sorts of wild currants have grown up between them. I've checked the area out and found other evidence of pens and probable outhouse too. Just in behind us here. Not much water here though. Pretty hard to make a living way up here high in this remote area. I'm just traversing now over to the end of this pasture meadow from the old homestead. Some of the trees here were burned. There was a lightning-caused fire here a number of years ago. Trees are still black and standing. Mostly Douglas fir and juniper up here. A few shrubs in the wet areas. But from now on the area gets quite dry as we climb the steep slope into the upper part of the mountain. There is a trail on the upper part. It's just a little hard trying to find the start of it. When I get to the end of this meadow here, this rising meadow going south, I get to the top of the rise, and then I turn west, and the trail starts next to a very large Douglas fir. I can see a piece of flagging tape up ahead, and this trail will take me up over the top, and in fact up over the top and connect loosely to another trail which traverses over to the front. I'm up here now on the northeast shoulder of Mara Mountain. Fairly open grassy slope on this particular part. There's a big gully on the other side, so what I have to do is bear south as I get over the slope and work my way over to a route that draws me down through the gully, bit of a canyon almost, traverse to the south side of the canyon, and then climb up to the highest part of the mountain on the south side for a viewpoint and a break. Okay, I'm traversing south right now. I've been on the eastern summit of Mara Mountain, and the western summit is where I'm heading. It's down through this gully that I'm dropping into right now, along to the far south end of the gully before it drops off, and then I climb up onto the western slope. Pretty good trail here, easy to follow. Really, there's only a trail on the top part of the mountain. Work my way to the front part of the mountain now. I've been hiking this route, this trail, up to top of Mara Mountain for over 40 years. Usually once a year, May or perhaps June is the usual. I have come up the mountain from other sides, up the front or up the back, west side too, east side even once. And it's got great views, and that's one of the reasons we go here. But I like the northeast best. It's remote, never anybody here. But I have run into wild animals here and there. A bear a couple times, deer of course. I have run into coyotes. And there's a small herd of wild horses up here. And I had one of the stallions chase me away because he had some fillies there that he didn't want us near. So he actually chased us down the mountain a fair ways in the past. In grazing season, may see cattle up here too. And I get occasional glimpses of animals scuttling into the forest. The birds out today, I've seen robins. I thought I saw a bluebird. Magpies, of course. Haven't seen any crows yet, but the usual forest birds. It's all a very quiet area. Very nice to get up here. And the various zones you go through are so different. This one I'm coming down into now is in a deep gully, which incisors the whole mountain, in fact. So this is full of Douglas fir forest trees, and a few shrubs. It's nice and shaded on a hot day. A pleasant space to hike through. I just arrived at the south part of the mountain. The trail that bears left here goes down into the canyon and works its way down to the bottom of the mountain and towards the city. And then the route that goes up this steep pitch climbs up to the western summit. And that's where I'm going now. Coming out now to the lookout at the south end of the mountain, looking right now over to Kamloops Lake, Battle Bluff sticking out from there. Now starting to see Trunkill on the lake, the estuary area, farmlands, ranchlands below, South Thompson River, across to the sewage treatment area. Above is part of Afton Mine, and looking down now towards the southeast, the north shore of Kamloops, the junction of the South Thompson and North Thompson rivers, and much of Kamloops there. Mount Paul and Peter on the left, North Thompson Valley more to the left of that. Great view area.